she suddenly found out her husband was gay. It all started when two police officers came to their door. They had received a report. Her husband was having an inappropriate relationship with a 20-year-old boy. Madeline was furious at the betrayal, but when she thought of their happy home and two lovely children, she instinctively believed it had to be a misunderstanding. Then the police found several explicit magazines hidden in a secret compartment in the bookshelf. Back then, homosexuality was a crime. The officers' voices began to blur. Her throat tightened with a familiar sting. She couldn't believe what was in front of her. 14 years earlier, Madeline had worked as a waitress at a seaside restaurant. Her son was wild and almost ran into deep water one day. Thankfully, a man pulled him back just in time. His name was Francois. He was spending the summer by the sea to study for exams. He had a disability and walked with a limp, which spared him from military service and the war. Francois studied archaeology at the Sorbonne. His father owned a textile factory up north, but didn't like him and gave the business to his older brother. They had a villa by the sea, and every summer, Francois came there to escape the heat. Over the next few days, they kept running into each other by the sea, until one day, Francois said he had to go back to Paris. And just like that, he disappeared from Madeline's life. She often stared at his villa, lost in thought. Then she laughed at herself. A rich young man like him would never love a woman with a child. She had almost forgotten the whole thing. But one day, Francois came back. He explained why he had disappeared.
Je suis rentré à Paris pour mettre un terme à une histoire.
Une histoire sentimentale?
Oui. Et vous l'aimiez?
Madeline told him her son's father was a German soldier. They fell in love in Paris. But 2 weeks later he was sent to the Eastern Front and never came back. After the war, she was humiliated, her head shaved, paraded through the streets. Then she found out she was pregnant. She had the child anyway. Her family didn't understand, so she came to this small seaside town to start over. But Francois didn't care about her past. He said it felt so natural being with her, like they were meant to be. Madeline blushed. Her heart raced. She had never imagined she could be this lucky. At that moment, it felt like falling into a sweet dream. Soon after, they got married. But right when Madeline thought everything was perfect, her son Daniel went missing. She ran out of the church and found him by the river.
Pourquoi tu me fais ça? Je t'interdis de gâcher mon bonheur.
On their wedding night, Madeline put on bright red lipstick, but Francois said he felt sick as soon as she entered the room. She heard him vomiting in the bathroom, and just like that, their wedding night ended awkwardly. Daniel kept a photo of his biological father. He refused to take Francois's last name. He was afraid that if his father ever came back, he wouldn't be able to find him. Francois never looked down on the boy. He treated him like his own son. But after Madeline returned to work, a strange figure began appearing downstairs. Francois would hide behind the curtain, as if guarding a secret. One evening, he brought out